Did you know that weight training can boost your metabolism by up to 15%? In this video, we'll give you the information you need to start today. As a beginner, starting weight training can be intimidating. Some challenges that a lot of people have is fear of injury, not knowing where to begin, or feeling overwhelmed by the vast amount of information out there. But don't worry, this video is your solution. How you approach your fitness journey will depend a lot on the equipment that you have, such as dumbbells and resistance bands or a gym membership. As a beginner weight trainer, you don't need much to stimulate your muscles to grow. Even with as little as one workout each week, as long as you're following the steps discussed in this video and stay consistent with it, you can start seeing progress within a matter of weeks. First, we have to come up with a plan, and that will depend on your personal preferences and the time that you have available. Like I said, as little as one workout a week for a beginner weight trainer will be enough to start seeing progress. Of course, if you can do more, that will be better. You also want to make sure that you can stick to your plan. So if you decide to work out once per week on Sundays, but then every Sunday you get busy with yard work or going out with friends, then you need a new plan. It might be easier to make working out a habit if you're exercising more frequently. And as a general rule, don't miss 2 workouts in a row. If you miss a workout, do it the next day if you didn't have another workout planned. Working out once a week will require longer workouts and it'll be more fatiguing, but then if you just add another day or 2 throughout the week, you can scale it up easier. With multiple days per week, you can do shorter workouts, it's less fatiguing, and I feel like 3 is a good in-between because then you can work out consistently throughout the week and not have to hit every single muscle group every single time. Now, these are all the muscle groups I'm going to recommend that you focus on doing at least one exercise for. And don't worry, I'm going to give you my recommendations later in the video, but we want to hit the lower body, the back, the chest, the triceps, the biceps, and the shoulders at least once a week. And remember, this is a guide to get you started and get you in the gym working out. And after you get comfortable with things, you're gonna wanna scale it up. But this is what I would suggest as a bare minimum to get you going. So of course, on a 1 day a week plan, you're gonna do all the muscle groups each time. On a 3 day a week plan, you could split it to do Monday doing lower body and shoulders, Wednesday doing back and chest, Friday doing biceps and triceps, and you can scale it up to doing each of those actually twice a week in a round. So you do your Monday, Wednesday, Friday, but instead do those on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then repeat for Thursday, Friday, Saturday, or Sunday, and have at least 1 day of a break. Another option would be to keep the Monday, Wednesday, Fridays, but instead start adding in more exercises to each day so that you're repeating them multiple times a week. Now, for the 5 to 6 day a week plan, which is actually where I started because I just needed to get myself in the habit and routine of going downstairs, going into my gym, and start moving weights. And so I started off just doing 1 day, 1 exercise. Monday, lower body, Tuesday, chest, Wednesday, back, Thursday, triceps, Friday, biceps, and then you can add shoulders in on any day or have its own day as its own. And if you can, alternate back and biceps, so you're not doing them back to back, and same for chest and triceps, you'll be indirectly hitting those muscles 2 times a week. And if you get yourself in the gym planning to just do 3 sets of 1 exercise, but you're feeling great, do more. Do another muscle group, and then start building on it once you build that habit. Now let's talk about the exercises, and then we're gonna go into breaking down the form. So there are some options for each of the different muscle groups. You can find one that you feel works best for you, but then stick to that so you can track your progress. You can use dumbbells for squats, you can do body weight or jump squats, or you can do 1 leg reverse lunges, so you're focusing on each leg at a time. But you wanna have some form of squatting movement. And then for back, I recommend some form of supported row movement, because then you can really focus on the contraction of your back. Next, for chest, I suggest a bench press of some form, barbell or dumbbell, doesn't matter. I prefer dumbbells because I don't frequently have access to a full barbell bench press set. And then if you're really short on weights and you just want to get going, push-ups are also a great option. Just keep adding in reps and mixing up the variety. For shoulders, you can do an overhead shoulder press or lateral raises, whichever you prefer, or a combination of. And then for biceps, some form of bicep curl. And for triceps, I prefer a dumbbell overhead tricep extension, but you can also have 1 dumbbell in each hand laying being on a bench and do that overhead, or you can do dips. Now, a crucial point that I don't think many beginners take into consideration is progressive overload. You have to keep track of what you're doing in the gym so that each time you come back to that exercise, you can challenge yourself a little more. You must challenge your muscles to stimulate growth. And each 1 to 2 weeks, you should be able to increase that challenge or burden on the muscles. You can either do this as a beginner by increasing reps or the weight that you're lifting. There are a lot of other ways you can do this, but right now, as a beginner, you only really need to know about these two options. So for example, if you're doing a bicep curl with 25 pounds and you're doing 3 sets of 8, then you're gonna want to advance the next time you work out and push yourself to do that 25 pounds for 3 sets of 9. Once you can do all 3 sets at 9, move it up to 10 and then 11. And then once you get yourself up there and you're doing 25 pounds for 3 sets of 15, then you're gonna wanna increase the weight and drop the reps. So you'll go up to 27.5 pounds and you're gonna try to aim for 3 sets of 6 to 8 and then continue increasing the rep count from there on out. So now that you know what exercises to do and understand progressive overload, you can just jump into the gym and start moving weights around, right? Wrong. Before we get into a workout, it's really important to do at least a brief warm-up. You could do a few minutes walking on a treadmill or a Stairmaster, whatever it is you want it to be, a light jog if you work into it, or you could just do, some arm rotations, twisting the body, do some body weight squats just to get everything moving. It doesn't take much, just 3, 4, 5 minute warm up, and then you can jump into the workout. First, we have the squat. So remember, proper form is crucial to prevent injury and optimize your progress. Make sure your feet are about shoulder width apart, and then sit back like you're sitting into a chair. Keep your chest and head up facing forward and bend down as low as you feel comfortable going, and then press up again through your legs and squeeze your glutes at the end. Next, we have the dumbbell chest press, which is great for strengthening your chest, shoulders, and arms. Once you lay down on the bench, slide yourself up the bench slightly to help tuck your shoulder blades down under and squeeze your back together while you then start pressing the weights up forward, keeping your chest pushing forward as well. Your elbows should be pointing at about a 45-degree angle relative to your body, and control the weights up and down slowly. When you get the weights to the top, if you can point the inner aspect of the weights up a little bit, it allows you to get a bit more of a squeeze through the inner aspect of your chest. If you have the option, you can also try doing this with the incline bench press as well. You'll need lighter weights, so if you don't have heavy weights, this is good. And there's evidence showing that it works all areas of your chest as well as a flat bench, but improves the activation of the upper chest. For the back row, you want to allow your arms to fully sink forward or down so your scapulas protract. And then it's going to allow you, when you start the process, to first focus on the retraction and depression of your scapulas, and then try to pull your elbows back behind you as you squeeze your back. You will feel some bicep activation, but you should primarily feel the work being done through the back muscles. For the bicep curl, you want to try to make sure you're standing nice and tall and keeping your body still and focusing on the contraction of your biceps. As you get better at it and more used to the motion, you can rock your body a little bit at the end of a set to allow you to get a few more sets in with good form, but focusing on that movement of the arms is the key starting point. For the overhead tricep extension, either using 2 weights or 1 weight, depending on the weight that you have, you want to allow the weight to sink as low as possible, giving a biggest stretch through your triceps, and then slowly press it up, getting as much of a squeeze at the top as you can, and then slowly bringing it down. For lateral shoulder raises, this should be a slow, controlled motion as well. Ideally not going all the way down to your hips, but stopping a little bit short, like here, and then raising up slightly above kind of the horizontal line. You can either be standing straight up or leaning forward. You can also do overhead shoulder presses, and you want to let the weights come just about to touch your shoulders or touching your shoulders so you can improve that stretch on the muscle as well. Remember, rest days are just as important as the actual working out itself. Your body needs time to rest, recover, and for the muscles to grow. The muscles grow outside the gym. The gym is just the stimulus to tell the muscles that they need to grow. Aim for at least 1 to 2 rest days each week, and remember that this is just a starting point. Once you get familiar with the movements and the volume, you can start trying new exercises, add in workout days, and start building up that stimulus throughout the week to then gain bigger results. Now, if you're still not sure that you have the time or equipment to make this happen, or if you just want to kick it up a notch and with a full body HIIT workout, check out the 7-minute circuit I put together and see if you can handle it. In addition to the workout process itself, you're gonna wanna make sure you dial in your nutrition and make sure you're getting adequate sleep, which I've already discussed in another video, and I'll link it for you up above. Really quickly on supplements, I do recommend protein powder to help make it more convenient and easy to hit your protein goals. And creatine is great for helping to perform better and build more muscle. And it also has a lot of brain health benefits. So I recommend you try that out as well. And if you're interested to see more videos on health, nutrition, fitness, check out my channel for more videos to get more details on those other aspects that are going to be crucial for your fitness gains.